Welcome to my B&B Today's Show channel. I hope today fantastic for everyone. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video thumbs up. The stakes are raised by Hope's double shocker Liam's promise to Steffy Luna. According to The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer is going to make a promise to Steffy Forrester. Luna Nozawa will raise the stakes in her plan to find a new boyfriend, and Hope Logan will also become suspicious of something wrong. During the week of April 21st to 25th, Liam will be dealt a surprise blow. When Liam checked himself out of the hospital against medical advice, he assumed he was on the mend. Kelly Spencer has just been assured by Liam that he will never leave her side, and he intends to always be there for her. Steffy will need DR because Liam has an inoperable brain mass. Now that he has texted that shocking news, John Finnegan needs to tell her more. Because this kind of thing requires a face-to-face exchange, Finn will join Steffy on the couch at the Cliff House to talk more about Liam's scans. Steffy will believe that Liam ought to hear this terminal news from her, so when she reveals his brain mass in private, she will catch Liam off guard. Steffy will insist Finn, DR, despite Liam's belief that there must be a mistake. Dr. Grace Buckingham and all of Bridget Forrester's confirmations point to a dire outcome for him. Nonetheless, Liam will boldly reject his prediction. If Liam wants to live to see Kelly and Beth Spencer grow up, that won't work for him. It appears that Liam will promise Steffy that he will do everything in his power to overcome this. Liam may argue that dying and leaving his daughters without their father is simply not an option, regardless of what the doctors say. Naturally, the CBS soap won't be all doom and gloom. A fashion show by Forrester Creations will counteract the gloomy drama that Liam is experiencing. Spencer Pratt, Heidi Montag, Mokel Washington, and Christine Blair are among the VIPs who will attend this event. It will be great to see Christine mixing it up with the Forresters because she will turn this into a B&B crossover with the young and the restless. Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes won't have a magical night, but Eric Forrester will make a prediction about it. This is because Taylor is said to lock them up together after a small accident backstage. When they are trapped during the fashion show, Brooke will really let Taylor have it. Between April 28th and May 2nd, Liam will have to decide whether or not to reveal the inoperable brain mass. At least for the time being, Liam might insist on keeping things under wraps because he won't want to give up on his fight for survival or put his loved ones at risk. However, Hope might notice that Liam seems to be very close to Steffy these days and think that something is wrong. Will Hope eventually confront Liam and uncover the truth? When it comes to finding Will Spencer her man, Luna will work harder. As a result, there will be more opportunities for them to be caught together and more strategy sessions with Sheila Sharp. Hope might be concerned about Sheila and Luna as well. Hope might come to realize that Sheila lied to Deacon Sharp if she witnessed a moment of forbidden bonding between Luna and Sheila. According to The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope may receive updates regarding some troubling developments. Can Finn and Bridget save Liam, who has been handed the death penalty? According to The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer is about to receive the death penalty because the problem in his head cannot be fixed. Naturally, Eric Forrester was given a similar diagnosis in the past as well. Will Bridget Forrester and John Finnegan discover a miracle treatment? Bridget Forrest takes into account the Spencer family. Liam is a close friend and member of Bridget's family. Bridget and Finn have previously collaborated to save Eric Forrester's life. Both Finn and Bridget are outstanding scientists and doctors. Naturally, Lee Finnegan is also present. Will these medical professionals be able to save Liam? Can Finn and Bridget find a treatment before it's too late? Find out what transpired on the most recent episode of B&B. It would appear that Liam requires a miracle right now. The issue is that there is no assurance that he will obtain what he requires on time. Bridget and Finn, on the other hand, are the best way to get it in time. His condition could get worse thanks to Liam Spencer. In order to attend his daughter's father-daughter dance, Liam is determined to leave the hospital before it closes. Liam has been warned not to move too quickly or he could hurt himself. However, regardless of the cost, Liam will not let his daughter down. If he can't make it, Liam doesn't want Kelly Spencer to be upset. Kelly doesn't want to know that Liam is ill, so he could always ask Finn to take her to the dance. Due to his grave condition, Liam is likely to leave the hospital against medical advice. Will Liam be able to receive the treatment after the dance if Finn and Bridget find the solution they need for him? Must read, Bridget. Liam's new partner from The Bold and the Beautiful replaces Hope? Time is running out. Liam's condition will undoubtedly come down to the wire before fans know whether the cure was discovered, adding drama. At some point, Liam will most likely collapse and be rushed back to the hospital, where Finn and Bridget will attempt to save him. Will Liam be able to return to the hospital in time, or will he die? Liam could pass away, despite the fact that Scott has not left the show. His return as Dylan Quatermain would be greatly appreciated by fans of General Hospital. Hope and Nick have romantic scenes. According to The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan won't like hearing about this at all. Hope's romantic scenes with Nick are featured in The Bold and the Beautiful. This is due to the fact that all indications point to Hope sleeping with Nick Marone, who will soon return to this fictional Los Angeles town. Who can blame her, even though there is a good chance that she is doing this to resent her mother? Even though Ridge called Hope some of the most horrible names, Brooke is still following him. Brooke would have been expected to at least defend her daughter as Hope's mother, but that was not the case at all. However, Hope herself is not a hero. She is the kind of person who will make all the right moves on a man she thinks she wants, but she will probably end up rejecting him in the end. In addition, Hope is the kind of woman who enjoys obtaining what she cannot have. That's why she stayed with Thomas Forrester while he was still around and pursued Finn for the longest time. It will, however, be different with Nick. Because Brooke wouldn't have expected her daughter to behave exactly the same way she did to her so many years ago, this is going to hit her where it hurts the most. Karma is unquestionably a thing. Brooke, the brave and beautiful woman, finds her daughter with Nick in bed. However, if Brooke discovers Hope and Nick sharing a bed, it will only exacerbate the scandal. The apple falls very close to the apple tree. It is certain that it will occur. Keep an eye out for more. Fans demand a new love interest without Steffy ties because they believe Logan deserves a fresh start. Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful are urging Hope Logan to find love with a person who has no connection to Steffy. Viewers believe that Hope ought to have a devoted partner who is completely hers after she lost her job, her fashion line, and her relationship with Carter. Fans rally without Steffy ties for new love interest. Hope Logan is at a crossroads that fans believe is the ideal opportunity for a fresh start after enduring the devastating loss of her fashion line, her job at Forrester Creations, and her relationship with Carter Walton. Passionate pleas for the writers to introduce a love interest who has no connection to Steffy Forrester are rife on social media. This would be a first in Hope's turbulent romantic history. Hope deserves better. Speak fans. Viewers' sentiment is unmistakable. The Steffy-Hope rivalry has been thoroughly beaten. I think the show has run this Steffy-Hope feud into the ground for so long that continuing it is more cringe-worthy than entertaining, said Gracegirl, a fan. Preach. A one-woman man that loves only Hope and has no ties relationship to Steffy, and will never worship Steffy, a viewer wrote. Fans are begging for someone who is solely dedicated to Hope after years of watching Hope share men with her stepsister, from Liam Spencer ping-ponging between them to Thomas Forrester's complicated family ties. And is it fair to blame them? Emotionally, Hope has been put through its paces. She has been slandered, fired, humiliated, and called dirty names on a regular basis, as one passionate viewer noted, all while attempting to maintain her dignity. The poor woman ought to have someone by her side who does not carry the baggage of Forrester. The Hope debate keeps going. However, not everyone is in favor of a brand new beginning. The Thope group continues to hold out hope for a reunification. Dallas Girl, a devoted follower, asserted, Thomas loves his sister, but if he comes back and Hope makes a commitment to him, I feel he will back her. Please ring to have Thope returned. Others, on the other hand, quickly pointed to the obvious issue. Thope will never work because his sister Steffy hates Hope fervently. And herein lies the problem that has enraged fans for many years. Hope will never truly be able to escape the Forrester drama as long as she is romantically involved with anyone in Steffy's circle. Who might be Hope's ideal match? Though no new hunks have been publicly announced, there has been a lot of speculation about who might seduce Hope. Some fans are eyeing Will Spencer as a possibility. He's young, handsome, and while his Bill's son, he doesn't have the same complicated history with Steffy that Liam does. Others are calling for a completely new character, someone with no ties to either the Forrester or Spencer families. Perhaps a successful entrepreneur from outside the fashion industry? A physician? An artist? Fans are eager to see Hope forge her own path away from the never-ending cycle of drama at Forrester because the possibilities are endless. The show could be revived with a new start. Realistically, The Bold and the Beautiful could use some new blood. As Fan Mattis pointed out, there's a serious casting imbalance happening. I cannot believe they have gotten rid of Wyatt, Thomas, RJ, and even Hollis, yet gotten rid of no female characters, and instead added Luna, Poppy, Taylor, and Daphne. It's possible that introducing a dynamic new male character just for Hope will cause the best possible change. After all, the same love triangles can be seen so many times before they become tiresome. Hope, not her ties to Steffy or the Forrester dynasty, deserves a chance to build something genuine with someone who sees her. After everything she's been through, wouldn't it be refreshing to see her find happiness on her own terms? What are your thoughts? Is there a need for a brand new love interest for Hope, or are you still hoping to see Thomas together again? Fans are ready for something new, and the status quo is definitely not working. The Bold and the Beautiful, the emotional terrain becomes almost too treacherous to traverse as the lives of Liam Spencer, Steffy Forrester, Hope Logan, and Luna Nozawa collide in devastating, passionate, and cunning ways. As we approach the week of April 21st to 25th, Liam finds himself at the center of an emotional storm that begins with a gut-wrenching diagnosis and escalates into a soul-stirring promise that may reshape his remaining days. Liam is oblivious to the ticking time bomb within his own skull because he recently defied medical instructions by checking himself out of the hospital to reassure Kelly, his daughter, of his unwavering presence in her life. He assures his young daughter that he will always be there, unaware that destiny has other plans. Steffy demands a face-to-face conversation with her husband following Finn's shocking text about Liam's condition. Finn breaks the devastating news that Liam has an inoperable brain mass as they sit together on the iconic Cliff House sofa. The science is unforgiving and the prognosis is bleak. Finn, together with Dr. Grace Buckingham and Bridget Forrester, confirms that the condition is terminal. It carries the death penalty. Steffy decides to tell Liam the news herself, shedding a tear or two. She spills the beans on her ex-husband all by herself. In shock, Liam denies the possibility with a fervent desperation that can only come from a father. He doesn't think it's possible to die, especially now that Kelly and Beth still need their dad. But Liam does what he always does best in a crisis. He makes a vow as reality draws closer. He says he will fight Steffy with everything he has. He will not abandon his daughters without a father, and despite what the medical records indicate, he refuses to accept that his story is over. And the one thing that might give him the strength to stay a little bit longer is this promise, this stubborn, defiant pledge. Despite this, Liam's suffering is only one thread in this intricately woven drama. Hope Logan, whose own life is falling apart, starts to think that Liam is not right. His secrecy and emotional attachment to Steffy all start to add up. Hope starts quietly looking for the truth because her intuition is rarely wrong. However, she is also tending to her own wounds. Hope feels abandoned, betrayed, and disillusioned after losing her fashion line, her job at Forrester Creations, and a failed romance with Carter Walton. Nick Marone is here. The man who once tore apart the Logan family to the core is back in town, and this time, Hope may just be the one who is being torn apart. Hope and Nick are said to be having sexy scenes, which promises to break Ridge's long-standing animosity and Brooke's maternal pride. It's poetic in a cruel way when Hope follows in her mother's footsteps and falls in love with the same man Brooke once did. Indeed, karma. Luna Nozawa, on the other hand, goes all in while Hope plays with danger. Luna raises the stakes in her undercover romance campaign with the intention of making Will Spencer her new boyfriend. The secret strategy sessions she has with Sheila Carter will only lead to trouble. Luna may believe that Sheila is playing to her advantage, but Sheila is clearly playing the long game. Manipulation, secrecy, and a shared sense of rebellion characterize Luna and Sheila's alliance. Hope, who is always a curious observer, might see too many secret meetings, which would make her question Luna's motives and Sheila's lies to Deacon. There is a lot of room for error, especially if Hope puts the pieces together before Luna can carry out her entire strategy. The danger that Liam faces keeps getting worse. Liam pushes himself far beyond his physical limits in order to perform Kelly's father-daughter dance. His doctors warn him against it because he might collapse or worsen his condition, but none of that matters for his young daughter. Bridget Forrester and John Finn Finnegan work simultaneously and non-stop in search of a miracle. Fans will recall that Eric Forrester once faced a similar death sentence, but was saved at the last moment. No matter how small, hope persists. Finn, torn between his duty as a doctor and the emotional weight of the situation, is equally invested in saving Liam. Bridget, who considers Liam to be part of her family, is putting every bit of her skill into saving him. But time is not on their side. The drama reaches operatic proportions as Liam secretly deteriorates and puts his own life at risk for Kelly's happiness. Will he pass out during the dance? Will he be able to receive the potential treatment that Bridget and Finn may discover in time? These inquiries remain unanswered and will continue to loom large throughout the following week. In addition, Forrester Creations organizes a glittering fashion show to provide a brief respite from the emotional turmoil. Eric Forrester predicts a magical evening, but as always on The Bold and the Beautiful, even glamour comes with a twist. Spencer Pratt, Heidi Montag, Mokel Washington, and Christine Blair are celebrity guests who add sparkle to the event. However, the drama between Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes is resolved backstage. Brooke and Taylor are locked up together after a backstage accident, and sparks fly, not romantic ones but ones that break down walls. As a result of years of rivalry and betrayal, Brooke lets Taylor have it, revealing the rifts that remain unhealed. The aftermath begins to take shape as we move into the week of April 28th to May 2nd. Liam must decide whether or not to disclose his diagnosis. Hope is already suspicious, and Steffy and Liam's emotional closeness is not going unnoticed. Hope might finally approach Liam and demand answers. And the repercussions will be profound when she discovers the truth. Will Hope be there for him? Will she step down so that Liam can spend the last days of his life with Steffy and Kelly? Or will she experience feelings of betrayal, rejection, and marginalization during the most important phase of Liam's life? Luna, on the other hand, continues her high-stakes romance with Will Spencer. Her alliance with Sheila becomes increasingly risky and threatens to come to light. The more they meet, the more chances someone has to catch them, someone like Hope. The repercussions could be severe if Hope learns that Sheila has been coaching Luna while lying to Deacon. Deacon may lose his fragile faith in Sheila. It's possible that Luna and Will's burgeoning romance will end before it begins. And Sheila, who has always been a master manipulator, might just flip the script and start a new wave of chaos. However, Liam's arc may have been the most bittersweet. Liam is confronted with the terrifying possibility that he may not live to see his daughters mature, as Bridget and Finn race against time to discover a cure. If it happens, the haunting image of him falling to the ground at Kelly's dance will remain with fans forever. However, Liam's spirit blazes with unwavering optimism even in the face of death. The question is not only whether he will live, but also whether he will live long enough to find peace, rediscover love, and leave behind something more significant than loss and fear. The heart of the bold and the beautiful can be found in that void between tragedy and triumph. Hope, on the other hand, juggles love, betrayal, and legacy all at once. Her fans are pleading for something new and distinct from the ongoing conflict with Steffy. They want Hope to have a man who is not like Spencer or Forrester and is not haunted by Steffy's ghost. Someone fresh. Someone actual. Pleadings abound on social media. Give Hope a man of her own. Zero triangles. No rehashed love stories. Merely a fresh start. However, it is always easy to fall back into old routines. Will Nick Marone be more than just a passing fling? Is it possible for Will Spencer to become a serious contender? Or will Hope finally find a love story that is truly hers and escape the tangled world of Steffy? One thing is certain: as fans eagerly await the next chapter, the stakes have never been higher. Liam's life is on the line. The romantic future that Hope has is at a crossroads. The games Luna plays with Sheila could cause a storm. The Forresters, Logans, and Spencers continue to live, love, and fight under the California sun throughout everything. No one makes it out unscathed in this beautiful chaos, and that's what keeps us watching. Steffy reads that message and freezes, the world narrowing around her into an unbearable silence. Finn's words echo in her mind, her vision blurring as she tries to comprehend the magnitude. An inoperable mass. Liam. The father of her child. Her once great love. She remembers all the battles they've fought, some against each other, many against the world, and the quiet, heartbreaking truth that they've always somehow found their way back to one another.